p.m. we have the Lag LaOmer event at our home, 6 p.m. Please join us. And it would be lovely to celebrate together the beautiful Lag BaOmer, where we acknowledge Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the Zohar, and all the teachings of the Holy Zohar. We light candles and we celebrate for the neshama of the Tzaddik. So, in Perek Aleph of Megilat Ruth, there exists the theme of Chesed, of Tzedakah, and really the Midrash says, why was the Megillah of Ruth even written? There's no tumot and ta'arot, there's no laws of purity and impurity, there are really no takeaway halachot in the entirety of the scroll. And so what is the objective, what is the purpose of the scroll? And really the point is that it's about Chesed, that to incorporate Chesed, HaKadosh Baruch Hu notices Chesed and grants us reward for the kindness that we do, for the Chesed that we do. And so when Naomi finally, after losing her husband Elimelech and her two children, Machlon and Kilion, after being impoverished and living in Moab, she hears that Pakad Hashem et Amo, that God has redeemed His people. The question is, how did she hear that God redeemed His people? There's more than one explanation according to the Imam Loez. Either an angel appeared to her, or she saw people starting to go take merchandise to sell in Eretz Yisrael. She's like, that means that they're doing better. Or that the fields in Moab were flourishing and blossoming even more. So she associated that if in Moab it's like that, then certainly in Eretz Yisrael it's like that. Why? Because all the beracha for all the world comes from Eretz Yisrael. So if there's any blessing outside of Israel, it must mean that Israel has even more blessing. Okay. She decides to go back to Eretz Yisrael. She doesn't reveal exactly to her daughters-in-law that she's leaving. And she said, finally, when they reach the point, the outskirts of Moab, they're going into Israel, she's saying to her daughters-in-law, Lechna Shovna, go, return. Go, return to your homes. The man always looks at that, why do you say go, return? It's two opposite things, go, return. So really she meant to say, Ruth, you return, you stay with me. I see that you really want to convert. And Naomi and Orpah, go. And it's probably better for you to go. But either way, she said, just like you did chesed with the dead and with me, Hashem will do chesed with you. Ya'as Hashem imachem chesed kasher asitem im hamitim ve'imadi. Now the problem is that when it says Ya'as, it actually says Ya'aseh. It says Ya'as, but it's like, it's with a hey or and it's without a hey. Meaning to say, it's not so simple. It says it with a hey, but we read it without a hey. It's Ya'as, but really it says Ya'aseh. So why is it? What's this extra letter hey that we don't read? There's an extra letter hey that we don't read. So the Mamlua says that hey is the numerical value of 5, and she's telling Ruth that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give her 5 offsprings of generational royalty. So basically you have Oved, Ishai, David, Shlomo, and Mashiach. And also he says over there with the word Imadi, just like you did Imadi with me Chesed, Hashem will do Chesed with you. What is Imadi? Once again, Oved, Mashiach, David, Ishai. So that's in response to the chesed that they did. Now, what is the chesed that they did? And we'll end off with this, which we know that chesed sharamet, kindness of ultimate purity and truth, is with the deceased. So the chesed is either that she didn't even have money to buy the shrouds for the burial of their children. So Machlon and Kilion, their husbands died. Their mom didn't have money to bury them. So Orpah and Ruth went ahead and retained money on their own for the burial shrouds. That's chesed. Or it's chesed that they did not remarry after the husbands died. Or it's chesed that they didn't ask for the ketubah. Because when there is a marital ketubah, so when someone passes away, they can use that as a note that has monetary value to collect money from the estate of the deceased. But of course they didn't have, and so they didn't make a big deal out of it. And they did not collect that, and that's why it's chesed. So yes, tzedakah is monetary tzedakah, but there's also chesed that we do with the deceased, and that goes a very long way, and the reward that we get is long-standing, and generational return for the chesed that we do. We should all have good news. Ben besorot tovot. Amen ve'amen.